Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Minty Reacts, and we are here for the latest episode of The Bad Batch from Disney and all that good Star Wars stuff over here. This one's called Retrieval, which is pretty cool name. And after the last couple of weeks of episodes, I am very curious as to where they're going with this season of The Bad Batch, since we lost Echo in the big like two-parter, basically, where we got the Stormtroopers, the first introduction to the Stormtroopers. We lost Echo in that one, and then last week was a really cool one where we actually got to see the follow-up to that and got to see how the Bad Batch is reacting to losing one of their members from the season and from the series, basically, especially with Omega, with seeing how Omega is dealing with it and how it's a growing pain, it's a growing problem. Then also they lost their ship. they got their ship stolen, and now they're just trapped on this desert planet. So I'm intrigued to see where they're going overall with this season, because honestly it felt like while there has been a definite like path that they've been traveling down, it feels like the stories are a little bit more disparate than I would have imagined it would have been given this series. So I'm interested to see where they're going. So let's just get right into it, shall we? So in 3, 2, 1, let's get going.
I'm bored, I'm hot, and I'm starving! I told you to preserve your rations.
Alright, Wrecker, you whiny clone.
The skiff's a heap of junk.
Yes, but with a few repairs, it will be a slightly operational heap of junk.
You know, that's a good way of thinking about life in general. That's a good way of thinking about life.
I mean, we can track Gonki.
Oh, ingenious idea. Try doing
Hey,
based on
there
his
we go.
reference code.
On it.
I'm surprised I didn't think about that sooner. This is intriguing. So there actually are people on this planet. Okay, so clearly this is some type of like slave area with child labor and they're not getting fed properly.
I swiped it from some amateurs poking around the old mines in the Northern Territory.
Amateurs. Yeah. I mean, the Bad Batch is not amateurs, but in this situation, yeah, I kind of feel like they would be.
For top earner this round, right?
We'll have to see, Benny. We'll have to see. But you did good.
Okay, this is definitely a not good civilization that we're living in here, using child labor and also slave labor at the same time, and kind of an abusive relationship here.
Marco always takes care of his crew.
Yeah, this is a very abusive like place here. Wow.
I'm getting a rating. I think I found Gonki.
Let's go, Omega.
Thing running and find out.
See, now you got a goal. I got a goal to work toward, and they got it working. They somehow got it working, and they're somehow all writing it. So good for them. Good for them.
There's our ship.
Oh, see, the thing is...
Pretty normal response there. Pretty normal response. Also, the voice of Benny sounds really familiar. I feel like that's like a normal like voice actor that is in these types of shows.
Who's Mako? He runs this whole town. He's the boss. Your ship's his now.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, but also, kid, they're not from around here, so they honestly don't care nor know what anything you're talking about means or is.
All right, I can show you where your ship is. But if you get caught, you don't know me.
I mean, they don't know you. That's the thing, they don't know you.
We've stormed tougher strongholds than that.
You can't use blasters inside an Ipsium mine? You'll destroy everything and everyone in there.
I mean, that might be an option, though. That might be an option.
If timed correctly, we can rappel down between exhaust cycles.
How big of a window is there?
60 seconds.
Nice. There's plenty of time. It's like that one part in Arkham City, in Batman Arkham City, where you have to like go into like the smokestack of Joker's hideout. Most things they do are very bad ideas, yet they keep doing them. That dealt with a droid guard and got him inside, so... Successful mission. That's a lot of child labor. Oh my god.
It's because the Ipsium's become degraded. Mako had to lower wages just to keep this mine up and running.
Wow, these people have been in here for so long, they just have know nothing else, even though the conditions are terrible and the labor is terrible.
Let's go.
No way. You stick out too much. If you don't trust me to go alone, she'll blend in easily enough.
I mean, that's true. She's a child, and clearly all the rest of the child labor, so...
They can wait till I'm good and ready.
That's the thing I never really liked about, like, characters like Mako here, is, like, when they are so gluttonous and greedy and controlling, it's like, why they just scarf down their food like that? It's like, you have all this food, you have all this time, like, no one's going to question you because no one can. Why are you rushing? Like, why are you rushing to eat all your food? It's like, you don't need to do that.
You can't expect to win every time. Can't I?
I'm curious to know exactly how you play that game. Like, it looks like it's dominoes, basically, but there's nothing really on the pieces.
This round's top earner is... Drake!
Cool, a character we haven't seen before.
I won't let my crew starve.
One bowl of soup for the rest of you. Meanwhile, I have a whole vault of food that you don't know about. But hey, rations are lean, and times are hard for all of us. I might go with her very large coat to disguise, to blend in. Of course, Benny, set an alarm off.
I wish Mako did that.
Doesn't seem like he cares.
Wow!
About any
Almost as if Benny's realizing, wait, this is an abusive place that I'm in. I shouldn't be here. Yeah, you think?
It's the only one we really have.
I'm sorry I stole it.
No, you're not. You're not really. Benny's like, wow, now I feel like a real jerk for setting the alarm off. Oh no, you just gave me food, something that Mako doesn't do. Oh my god, now I feel real bad. Is he actually having a crisis of conscience, or is he just that much of a jerk? That's the real question that we have to figure out in this episode.
Mako appears to be using his power and means as leverage over his workers. It is a similar tactic used by the Empire.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, welcome to the This is How the Empire Functions episode, but on a tiny scale.
I thought you said that Ipsium he is degraded.
It is.
Not according to this.
Of course not.
See that?
Yeah, he's been lying to you.
Sorry. I had to.
That's my boy. The title of top earner is definitely in your future.
Is it really? Is it though? Benny, do you feel good about this decision? Do you feel good about what you just saw? About what you just did? Do you feel good about that? Do you feel good? But no, now he's actually learning like, oh wait a minute. Mako has been lying to us all whole time. Wow. Imagine that.
It appears we have uninvited guests.
You're telling me that Mako actually is having soaring profits and the Ipsium is actually good? Wow.
Trespassing and attempted theft. 10 years in the...
I'm predicting an uprising. A mutiny, if you would. A miners' rebellion.
You lied to us, Mako! The Ipsium's not degrading! You've been cutting us out and keeping the profits for yourself!
Yes. Yes, he has been.
And I have the proof right here. Let me see that.
You're all cheap labor, and he's making you even cheaper.
Mako, We toil down in the mines while you enjoy the spoils?
Yes, that's how this works. That's how this works. And he's like, I'm taking you with me. And it's a good thing Hunter knows how to catch people. It's a good thing. Whew, that would have been real bad if he didn't catch her. Wow, what a nice threatening man he is. Tries to do a hit one time, falls over immediately. Alright, kids. Profits are all yours now. Profits are all yours.
Here's your stuff.
All of it?
Yeah. Don't you trust me?
No, not really. You stole the ship first, but whatever.
It's not so bad. And with Mako gone, we'll all be getting an equal share of the profits now.
Will ya? Will ya? Because, like, I don't know, whoever gets in charge next might be worse than Mako. You never, it might happen. Just like we saw in Last of Us with Kansas City. It's like, you know what? People who overtake it, it might be worse.
Unfortunately, yes. However, there are many like us out there as well.
For every Empire parallel, there is a Rebellion parallel. And as long as the Rebellion parallels outweigh the Empire parallels, you know, you still got a fighting chance. But speaking of fighting chance, they got their ship back. Hooray! They can actually leave the planet and go elsewhere. But again, it goes to the whole point that I've been making this whole season, though, and I made at the very beginning. It's like, where are they going with all of this? It's like I'm just very curious as to like where they're going with all this. Like, obviously they're showing Omega the faults of the galaxy, basically, of the fact that there is a lot of trouble and there's a lot of problems in the wider galaxy because of the Empire taking over. Like that's pretty obvious. Like they're just straight up showing like, yes, the Empire is bad and the Empire taking over is bad because it's allowing places like this planet with Mako taking over this like child labor ring. Basically, it's like it's allowing these things to fester and just exist without being checked at all. But at the same time, it's like stuff was still happening during the Republic era as well. So it's like, you know, it's still there. The fact that as long as you introduce a little bit of hope into a place like this, then it can get better. It can hopefully like overcome those issues and those situations, which is again kind of what the Bad Batch is there for. The Bad Batch gets thrown into a situation, they help the way they can help while just trying to leave or go on their own way, and small changes happen. So maybe that's the whole point of the season, is like small changes can build into bigger effects possibly, which is kind of a whole point of the Rebellion in general, is like it's a bunch of small cells that are just doing their own part that lead to the wider rebellion, and then eventually, obviously, Luke killing the Emperor and blowing up the Death Star twice. But, you know, so maybe that's what they're going for. I'm just intrigued to see exactly how they wrap it all up, because we only got a couple more weeks left of Bad Batch. And also, are we going to get a callback to episode 3 with Crosshair? Because we haven't seen Crosshair or heard what happened with him since that episode. So I'm really wondering what's going on with him, especially after the last clone episode we had, where the clones were basically just phased out of the Empire in favor of the Stormtrooper program. So like, I'm like, where's Crosshair at? What happened to Crosshair? Is he going to like turn on the Empire and side back with the Bad Batch by the end of the season? Like what's going on with him? So it's interesting to see where they're going with all of this, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it, and I can't wait to see it. It's been a good season though. It has been a good season of like individual stories and episodes. Like I don't think there's been an episode this whole entire season that has felt bad, or that has been like, you know, a wasted episode. I think every episode has been meaningful in some way. If not for story, then it was for character development, and it was for like intriguing moments between the characters. So I think that's a good thing. I think it's a testament to the writers of the Star Wars animated series for sure, who basically are able to make these types of stories meaningful and impactful no matter what they do. So I think this is really cool. But either way, let me know down in the comments what you think about this episode as well, what you think about the Bad Batch in general, and where do you think this is going from here? Because I'm really curious. I'm really curious to hear what you all think as well. And as for the usual, if you like the video as well, leave a little like. If you like the channel as well, leave a little subscription as well. It definitely helps out. And right over here is going to be a playlist of the rest of the Bad Batch episodes. Go ahead and watch those because they are really great. And as I said, leading up to the end of the season, I want to watch them to binge and catch up. Over here is going to be a video that YouTube recommends as well, so watch that too. And until next time, stay rebelling, everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, peace, everyone. Peace.